When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. This ancient African proverb has survived centuries. But can its power heal a hurting heart in the cold streets of a modern city? Come on, let me tell you Adanna's story. In the bustling heart of Toronto, Canada, lives Adanna, a bright young woman carrying Africa in her soul, yet crushed by a silent war inside her heart. As the morning light split across the city, Adanna prepared for another day of trying to fit in where she felt she didn't belong. At work, every word from her lips felt judged. Her colleagues laughed at her accent. Her colorful Ankara dress on Fridays sparked smirks and whispers. So she tried to disappear, straightening her hair to look like theirs, lowering her voice, burying her culture under bland clothes. Yet, the more she hid, the more lost she became. At night, she stared at the ceiling, tears slipping quietly down her cheeks as she asked herself, why does everyone hate me? Am I not beautiful enough? Is my culture not rich enough? One evening, she couldn't bear the weight anymore. She called her grandmother, who listened silently before saying, my child, remember our proverb. When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. The next morning, she walked into work wearing her boldest Ankara yet. Heads turned, whispers rose, but Adanna lifted her chin and smiled. My roots make me strong. Later that afternoon, a colleague shyly asked, your dress, it's beautiful. Where can I get one? Word spread. By the end of the week, several co-workers were beginning to ask help from Adanna on how to buy Ankara fabrics, beads, and even other African snacks from home. An older woman who had quietly watched Adanna's struggles pulled her aside. You remind me of myself when I first came here. Never forget who you are. That unexpected mentor began teaching Adanna how to navigate office politics while keeping her head high. Adanna found peace within, and once she did, she noticed the gossip faded into curiosity, jealousy turned into admiration, and isolation transformed into a community. Back in the village, her grandmother sat beneath the mango tree, smiling as neighbors gathered to hear about Adanna's victory in the big city. She knew her granddaughter had finally defeated the enemy within. And now, my friend, listening to me right now, like Adanna, we often battle the enemy within, which is fear, shame, self-doubt. But remember, when there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. Once you find peace inside, the world loses its power to break you. Thank you for listening to Adanna's story. If it inspired you, share this tale with someone who needs courage today. Comment below. How do you conquer the enemy within? If you have any other African proverb that you would like us to share, a beautiful story and a moral lesson on, like the one we just did on Adanna, do not relent to share it in the comment section and we will develop it for you. If you have been listening to me without subscribing, or if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe for more African folktales and timeless wisdom. And why not click on the notification button so that the next time we upload, you will be the first to know. While waiting for another bright week of a beautiful African proverb folktale developed into a moral lesson, I want to say thank you for listening to me. God bless you. And never forget, we are proud of who we are.